Coming up in today's video. First up, we are back. Against Nottingham Forest, we obviously came out 3-0 victors in that game yesterday. But the Arsenal of old are back. It was more reminiscent of the Arsenal 2 years ago as opposed to last season even. We played fluid, attacking football, consistently pressed well, and consistently kept the pressure on. The first half was absolutely phenomenal. We were brilliant, dominant. Nottingham Forest couldn't cope with us, and we tackled the space well in between in the half spaces, especially with Ødegaard, and it meant we were a consistent threat. We were actually quite unlucky to only be a goal in front going in at the break. But overall, we were dominant all round. A phenomenal performance from Arsenal that keeps the pressure on the title rivals in City and Liverpool. Obviously, City got battered by Spurs yesterday. Liverpool, they play within about an hour and they can go 9 points clear, obviously, but it's important that Arsenal get on a run now so that they can start closing that gap if Liverpool do slip up. Now, there are a few talking points in this game that are important to sort of state. The biggest one for that, firstly, is Gabriel Jesus and his performance within the first half. It was like the Jesus when we first signed him in the first half. He was interlinking, one-touch passing, holding the ball up really strong, nice quick feet. He looked on it, he looked sharp, he looked back to his best, which is good. Obviously, I've stated in the past that my issue is his head might have clocked out, but there's no sign of that in yesterday's performance. He was unbelievable in the first half. As Pep used to say, he's the best pressing forward in the world. He needs to continue doing that, as well as performing like he did yesterday, being a facilitator. If he's not going to be a goal scorer, which as seen, he probably isn't, which he does have the quality to be. Don't get me wrong, there was a chance where he had it on the left-hand side and he tried to curl it top right. Very much like he's done in the Champions League last season. And I thought, he can score that goal, but confidence states that he can't at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays himself into form in terms of a goal scoring sense. But if he goes with the right attitude, like he did yesterday, and it's just a buzz around the team, keeps interlinking play, then without a doubt he will do better and will stay in the team. It was a phenomenal performance from him. Just wanted to give him an individual shout out because he hasn't been good as of late in recent times, but he was phenomenal yesterday. Now, obviously, Saka scored the first goal with an assist from Ødegaard, and I wanted to touch on both of them as a unit because Ødegaard coming back into this side has sort of unlocked something in Saka. We know they've got that telepathic relationship, but Ødegaard is an unbelievable world-class player who makes everyone around him better. And I know people gave Saka man of the match yesterday for his goal and assist, but I think that Ødegaard, for me, was my man of the match. He is unbelievable as a footballer. And that right-hand side is so consistent with Ødegaard in the right half space to Saka, then them two just playing 1-2s. It's unbelievable. Another thing is, with Ødegaard in the team, it means that defenders have to defend Ødegaard as well as Saka, so Saka can't be doubled up on, which unlocks something in Saka and makes him much more dangerous of an outlet. I want to propose something to you. Obviously, he's been out injured for the majority of the year, and there's a shout for him being the best player in the league last season, definitely the season before as well, when he scored 15 league goals. Is Ødegaard now the best player in the league? I know Mo Salah exists, and Salah probably takes that mantle for me, but in terms of a creative 10, I'd rather at this moment in time have Ødegaard than, say, De Bruyne. Obviously not in terms of career, overall quality in career. De Bruyne's obviously proven it on every single metric. But right now, if Bayern Munich had the option of Ødegaard or De Bruyne, who do they take? Because I think that it's Ødegaard, personally. So that begs the question, where does he rank in terms of players in the league? Is he best? Is he the second best? Is he the third best, fourth best, whatever? I feel my gut says that he's second best to Salah, but he is just that good, that quality. I love Martin Odegaard. What was also a lift for the team, obviously after the barren spell that we've had recently, was that we came away with a clean sheet. We came back to the Emirates after the international break, after a really poor period of the season, and it was important to get rid of the cobwebs, get back on track, get the win going against Forest so we can then propel with momentum into the next game. The clean sheet gives the defence the confidence for that. Obviously, Forest had a disallowed goal, but Gabriel and Saliba were immense in this game. I thought Timber was also very good. Calafiori confused me a little bit, I can't lie, but mainly because his body language in terms of playing when he's defending is a bit chaotic, so I just get a bit confused about how good he is personally. One thing I will say, Zinchenko came on, looked better than he has done previously. He did nearly give away the ball in a very dangerous position, but he looked solid on the ball and happy to get minutes. I think this game really for Arteta was showing the squad that they still have an important part to play. So that leads us on to a player that has been talked about a lot in the media, a lot with Arsenal fans, someone who people believe should have had a chance for Martin Odegaard when Odegaard was out. And that is Ethan Nwaneri. Nwaneri scored an absolute fantastic goal and actually got a very close chance prior to doing so and was very sharp coming off the bench. I'm not sure he's got the interlink in play in terms of progressive passes, in terms of short passes around corners, but he's definitely a very good dribbler and he's a very good shooter. He's got a good ball striking ability. What also is shown with Ethan Nwaneri is the fact that he is so good at sort of just finding moments in matches. I know it sounds weird, but he's a player that, because of the energy surrounding him at the moment, he seems to gravitate towards the ball, which means that he impacts games a lot. 4 goals this season for the Arsenal youngster. Hopefully 4 of many more to come. Hopefully the future's bright and he continues this trajectory. Let's just pray injuries don't get in the way, because he could be some player when he is older. Now, also an interesting fact was obviously we had no Martinelli or Havertz in this game. They were on the bench, and Rice as well, but they didn't come off. I believe Martinelli's just come back from Brazil, so that'll be why that hasn't happened. Havertz, I think we were just resting, and Rice obviously has a broken toe. So don't read anything into that. They just didn't come on because of minute management, in my opinion. Finally, I just want to take a minute to discuss Merino. I thought he was all action in this game. He got involved in attacks. He was superb defensively, won his duels. He was phenomenal. Back-to-back performances as well, because against Chelsea he was sublime as well. So I think he's finally kicking into gear in this Arsenal team, finally getting a run. It's interesting to see what the team looks like when it's Odegaard and Merino in the same lineup. And obviously later Thomas Partey came on for Jorginho. Jorginho got a yellow card. I think that we were just trying to not get a red card again. So he did look a bit lost in the midfield in terms of the running ability. He is a bit slow, but equally his passing ability is sublime. But Merino, phenomenal. Another good performance from him. Solid back-to-back performances for Arsenal. Hopefully he can continue to kick on in that vein and be a massive part for the season to come. Next up, Liverpool play against Southampton. Hopefully Ramsdale can do his job. Arsenal look back on track though, so hopefully that is the sign of things to come. I hope you have enjoyed today. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more from me, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.